Coming up on today's show, 2K22 has confirmed and clarified its online mode. A few more legends are apparently in the game as well. And we got a little bit of a preview of 2K's showcase mode with Rey Mysterio. Let's get into the news right now. Hey everybody, welcome back to Assemble. I'm Matt. Great to have you here on the show. Let's talk 2K22, and the first thing that we're going to get into is going to be the online component, because this has been a little bit back and forth and a little convoluted and not very clear. A lot of people, including myself, had the understanding based on the interviews done by Lionel Jinx, the creative director, talking about how we can invite people from our friends list to be able to play online. This is not so much the case. Recent interview clarified that players will not be able to play their friends online. The game has couch co-op available, and you can do it remotely through Steam's remote play as well as on the PlayStation side. This leaves Xbox players, even such as myself, just forgotten. We're not going to be able to do that. So this is a big bummer because we're not going to be able to have lobbies. We're not going to be able to go and invite a friend on a friends list to be able to play online matches through like MyGM mode. And that head-to-head combat piece, that head-to-head matchup type, is not going to be there. Let me know in the comments, does that upset you? Does that matter to you as a player? Were you looking forward to being able to play with friends online, like through the MyGM mode? To me, it's just kind of like a misstep, right? It's just unfortunate that we're not going to have that. Lionel Jinx clarified that it is something that they obviously wanted to do, but they didn't have the time to do it. Now, we are looking over 2 years of game development for this thing, but I guess we have to just take it, and it is what it is. So we're not going to be able to do that component online. I think it's a little bit of a bummer. Somebody in the comments did make a good point to me, and shout out to you in the community for mentioning this. One of the things that we can do to kind of overcome these barriers by 2K in the game is we could just set up for 2-player couch co-op, and then like Matt sits here live on a stream, and player 1 draft and player 2 draft. So we got some ideas coming down the road for this, but at least that's one way that we could actually kind of compete just solo and draft 2 rosters. The other thing that a lot of people in the community have actually mentioned is, like, if MyGM mode does not end up being a mode that is worth playing long term, we could actually kind of get creative ourselves by, and this is silly, like this is not what we should have to do for this game, but what we can do is like create our draft in MyGM mode, go through the draft process, and then take that draft and that roster and we switch over to universe mode and then use that as our template. That's convoluted and that seems unnecessary, but that's the game that we're living in, isn't it? Over last weekend, we had the IGN event that gave us about a minute of showcase mode showing off Rey Mysterio versus Dolph Ziggler. A couple of things to make mention to regarding this little clip. Number one, I was disappointed that we didn't get more shown off about showcase mode. It was revealed that we were going to get some footage about this, but then there was like a 3-minute slot for 2K22, and this could have easily just been done on Twitter. It seemed like an afterthought, and it gave us one little sliver of showcase mode showing off Rey and Dolph. Now, the footage looked great. I'm excited for showcase mode because they are taking all of those kind of one-for-one beats and aesthetics from the match itself, copying it over to those big moments within the match itself and in the game. It looks really good. One of the things that didn't look great was going to be like the top of Dolph's hair. Now, I understand the hair physics is a discussion for generations about how we can't seem to get this right. But like, Dolph has a lot of movement in his hair on the lower half, but then the top, it doesn't seem to move very much. It was kind of alarming and kind of concerning. But it's a little detail, and I just know that it was brought up online. But it is what it is. But the other thing to make mention to when it comes to showcase mode was going to be the commentary team. Now, Smack Talks, the all great mighty Smack Talks, has confirmed for us that in the build that he had, Jerry the King Lawler is a playable character in the game, according to the build that he has. And in the showcase mode, you can see that there is going to be the commentary and that there's nobody sitting there at the time. For this matchup between Dolph and Rey, we should be seeing Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler. And King has been in previous games. It's a good little legend addition too, and hopefully it does mean that he will be there for the commentary piece when it comes to showcase matches. Now, you think that we're going to get the likes of JR in there? No, I don't think so, but I think it's very likely that we could see moments of dialogue where we're having King and Lawler going back and forth during the showcase matches for the matches that he was present in. And as we're on the conversation and the topic of legends, ladies and gentlemen, there's a really cool little thing and little Easter egg nugget that came out online over the last few days. I got super pumped, and I know you did too. GM mode is going to have another general manager in there, the true GM, the one that we wanted, William Regal. We're going to be able to select William Regal as one of our general managers, representing basically NXT and NXT UK, but we can use Regal for whatever brand we want. Now please do me a favor in the comments and just start shouting War Games, because this is exciting. I want to be able to have William Regal. I want him as an option. I want to be able to have lots of general managers as options, and this makes a lot of sense. I'm happy that he is included in the general manager mode. He is a general manager. It's unfortunate that William Regal had been released by WWE, but I am so glad that he is in the game. I'm glad that he is going to be a playable general manager in there. And hopefully this would mean that we can actually have William Regal as a playable superstar in the game. We'll have to wait and see. Let me know in the comments below, are you excited about William Regal? What are your thoughts on the online component or lack thereof? And stay tuned, because there's going to be more 2K22 coverage coming at you as we get more news and more reveals. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye!